Hey, it's MK, and I am here with my fifth and final layout for Kit Conspiracy. I have so much fun with playing along with this 24/7 Simple Stories kit, but I have all these scraps, and I really wanted to try my hand again, which I'm constantly trying, at that layering technique and having all these tiny little scraps and being able to tuck and weave all the layers in and behind my photos. So I'm sharing with you guys just all the little pocket cards that I have cut into. I also have this red paper and then this arrow paper, which I'm pretty shocked I haven't used yet. And then I've got this black grid that I plan on using for my base piece. So, and of course, I'm cutting up some more branding strip or border strip just so that way I can be able to use that as well. So here I'm just guessing as to how I am going to cut this red paper. I just wanted it to be a little accent color, basically. I didn't need it to be anything else, but I'm going to distress the edges because you guys know me. That is what brings paper personality. And so I'm going to go ahead and do that for both pieces before I glue these on. And before I glue these pieces down to my page, I think I'm going to end up inking something. I can't remember now. Let's wait and see what it does. So I'm just going to go ahead and glue this strip on, and then I'm going to add some washi tape. That way the adhesive that I didn't exactly get on all the way doesn't end up making this piece stick to my desk, and then I end up with a little oopsie. Oh, I'm not going to ink. I thought I was. I am going to ink it. So again, the same thing. This is the speckled egg, and it's the oxide color. And I'm just going to splatter a little bit. You guys, I have to tell you that I actually set this off to the side and then did a ton of work, and it still did not dry. So I don't know if it was the ink printing that was done to make this super dark page or what was going on. But I did all of this layering technique while that was drying, and normally the paper would have been dried by now. It did not ever take that much time to get that paper in. So I don't know what happened. But here we go. I am going to try to get a blue on all of my papers because that is what I seem to have the most of. Then I'm going to go ahead and cut apart these Polaroids, but I really like the colorful striped picture frame. I don't know if I can call it a Polaroid because I just realized it doesn't have that white border down at the bottom. But I'm going to cut it off and then, or cut it out. And then I realized that I'm going to end up cutting off the Polaroid just because I don't like how it's all angled like that. So now that I have a white-ish space behind one photo, I want to add that white-ish color behind all the photos. And then I've got a dark color to add to all my photos. And then I'm going to use this Live Life 24/7 as my title. So that is how I ended up with all the same colors throughout all of my clusters, even though one of them has a rainbow inside. It's still ish. It still it still works in a way because of the fact that it's what's the word? It's all about the color, right? So I'm looking for the off-white that I'm adding to my two vertical photos, and then I have my off-white with rainbow inside that I'm going to add to my horizontal photo, which I think in all reality is my favorite photo, and so I think it deserves to be just a hair different. So the first one went together fairly easily. I haven't been able to figure out how to incorporate the dark pattern print yet, but I'm working on it. And when I am done with all of these layouts and I have the kit left over, all these little scraps that I've been hanging on to, I reevaluate them. And I know it sounds like it takes a lot of work, but really it doesn't. I just quickly reevaluate them and see if whether or not I want to keep them, or if I have more ideas on how to use them right away. So that all just depends on what my brain thinks of whether or not I'm going to keep little strips like those blue hexagons that I put on top of my yellow ones. Now, I didn't include the yellow because, one, I only had 2 of the nope, they're not hexagons, of the chevron yellows. 3, they are they're the same as the off-white color that I'm adding, so the same print, even though you're not really going to see it. It's more for the color than the print. But really it's because I only had 2, and I felt like if I cut it, then I would have been trying too hard and forcing it to work. So I'm not going to include the yellow into my clusters. I really am happy with the 3 colors that I end up picking and the amount that are showing, because again, I'm trying to use up my, my scraps. And I'm okay if all I see is just this teeny tiny itty bitty little corner. I really am. So it's okay. I'm not going to sit there and cut that out and try to use every teeny tiny little bit and strip, trying to get them to, to be seen, I guess. So again, trying to figure out how to incorporate all of these darker colors. They're more like brown than they are this black. Maybe charcoal is the better color for it, but I do like the addition of it because I just really feel like it's striking, I guess is the word. So one photo, again, these are, my mom just wants family pictures, and I've got 4 out of 5 kids. I think Cora showed up a couple days later, and she ended up taking pictures with Cora and her friends. So I do know that, my mom wants to get pictures where she can, and so this was a great way. Oh, I'm blurry again, you guys. I am so sorry. One of these days, I will figure it out and get it together, but I don't know why it does that, and it's almost like the auto-focusing is going out because it takes longer for it to come back into focus than it should. But, she's 20 years old. Well, she's almost 20 years old. So I'm going to use her probably until you guys really are going to start complaining about it, or B, she just absolutely is ready to retire. So I do apologize. But here I'm kind of ignoring it, but do you guys see all the smudging? I don't understand why it is not dry. I don't get it. I don't understand why the spray did not dry on this particular paper, but I am just working right through it. So I'm going to go ahead and glue everything down where I want it, and I'm trying my hardest not to rub like I do. I'm just kind of poking my fingers to hold things in place instead of just trying to get trying to smush it down and rub it like I usually do. I know it's hard for me to explain without you guys seeing what my hand motion's doing. In a way. Also too, like I was saying, these pictures are of our family reunion, and my parents wanted pictures of me and my brother. She wanted pictures of just my kids. She wanted pictures of me with my kids. Then she wanted to be in the picture with me and my brother, and all these different things. And by the time that we got done with what we were doing, it was like, oh, this is so boring. And so I started giving my kids like the little bunny ears and being just a little turd. And my aunt standing in the background is like, don't do that. Your mom wants these pictures. And so, of course, she's trying to mother us. And so whoever was taking the picture, which I think was my brother's girlfriend, was taking the pictures. And she got the picture of my aunt, slapping my hand away. Not slapping it, but you know what I mean. And it's just super funny. And so we've got a couple pictures of, us being good kids, and a couple pictures of us being, not so great kids. And then she turned the camera just enough to get a picture of my brother talking to my aunt. So that was really cool too. So anyways, I'm going to use my embellishments to try to cover up some of my smudges and smears. Now I add this one on because that's where the most smudging and smearing is, and I thought, ugh, now I'm creating like a T design, and I don't like it because it doesn't connect to the title. My first little label that I picked out was way too big. So I'm going to settle for this smaller label, but even though the smaller label really is just an embellishment, it's from the sticker sheet. And so I am not going to probably treat it as if it was a label, as opposed to I'm just going to try to get it in there as if it was an embellishment. So I don't know yet how, but I'm going to start with what I do know and where I want things. And I'm just using the negative spaces in my photos. I call them the dead spaces. And I'm adding these faux washi stickers to, just add more layers on top of what I already had. And I love them, especially because one of them is a rainbow. And so that brings in another rainbow to go with the Polaroid picture that I have. So that's really cool. I went ahead and decided that I'm not going to use that other embellishment cluster because it just created too much of a T, and I didn't want that. I rather it go in almost like an opposing diagonal. So it's going to go from the bottom left up to the up to the right side. It's not really going to go all the way to the right, but if you read the title and then follow the pictures, then your eye will take you up and over, up from the left and over to the right, and end into that very important cluster because it says it's very important. So that is what it's going to be doing. Other than that, I just really don't know. But in my brain, I'm thinking I will just add more clusters, because if I do that, or not clusters, more splatters, because if I do that, then it will hide the splatters that are already there. And so that is what I've settled on. I just am I'm at a loss as to why they did not, why they haven't dried yet. And I'm still smudging it the more that I keep working on it. All right, so for this little sticker sheet, I really have not paid a lot of attention to it. So I thought, oh my gosh, I need to do something. So I found 3 stickers that I think will go really well. I just need to figure out how to incorporate them into my little washi tape. So one says say cheese. The other one says smile, as if somebody's holding a camera and talking to us, right? So, and I'm just adding them straight onto the washi, just like they were another layer. And then the other one says click, because that one is, I think, I think the best one is the one that goes horizontal. So I think that one's the best. And then I realized that my little cluster that's very important, instead of having hearts like I originally pulled out, it has stars. And so I got super excited. Yay, I didn't have to use the hearts. I can use the stars. So I went ahead and just decided I'm going to use them all up since this is my last layout. And I got all my stars on there. And now I'm going to cover everything up, including all my papers, everything. I'm going to just cover everything up and then add more splatter. So that way I can get rid of what I see as smudges. And then some of the smudges, what I'm going to be doing is adding a little bit bigger blobs. So that way they look a little bit more like a splatter instead of a smudge. And I'm just much more happier with the way that it looks. And that is my layout. I'm so super excited. Now you can still see a little bit of smudging and a little bit of this and that, but I am A-okay with it. I think now it looks way better than what it did. I am super happy with this being my last layout. I feel like I used this kit up a lot. I really did. I don't have a video for you guys showing all of the leftovers, to be honest, but I do have one more video coming up soon showing just a little bit of what I do with some of the leftovers from the pirate kit. All right. Again, thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I truly appreciate it. Don't forget to check out Janet Fritz's channel. She is Galaxy Girl Creations here on YouTube, and see what she is doing with her 24/7 kit from Simple Stories. And again, thank you so much, and I'll check you guys all later. Bye.